An 8-meter dragon just flew over the Tower of London. Now, a small business like you can use the same principles in this stunt without a Hollywood budget. Now, there are only 3. And in this video, I'm going to give you those 3 principles to copy so you can do the same for your business. Now, HBO didn't just advertise House of the Dragon. It created something unique that people stopped for. The real marketing lesson is how HBO turned one physical stunt into an advertising campaign, social media content, organic social media content, and worldwide publicity. Everyone was talking about this cool thing. So here's what HBO did not do. They didn't rely on a billboard, a television commercial, social media postings. Instead, it took Syrax, this dragon, one of the show's most recognizable dragons, and they built it and flew it over the world's most recognizable landmarks. Now, this model weighed only 13 kilograms, but building it required 3 months, 14 people, and nearly 3,000 plus hours. So why would you go through all of that trouble? Because HBO knew their marketing team was experienced. They knew that physical experiences trigger a reaction that ordinary advertising rarely does. It really doesn't. People stop, they look, they talk about it, they quickly reach for their phones once they see this phenomenon. And that phone is the real distribution system used by people. And HBO didn't need to ask those people to share the campaign. It created something they naturally wanted to share. And that's lesson number 1. Don't simply create something people can see. Create something that people feel compelled to record. And for a small business, that could be a restaurant serving one really funny, oversized meatball, or whatever menu item. Or maybe a landscaper transforming an ugly public space overnight. Or if you're a bakery, install a giant croissant outside your store. Or maybe you're a gym, start running a public challenge right in the park that nobody can walk past. And the goal isn't for you to spend more money. It's not for you to overthink things. The goal is to create a better interruption. But getting people to record the stunt was only the beginning. And HBO also engineered the campaign so the media would spread it for them afterwards. And this is where lesson 2 comes in. Design the stunt for earned media. HBO could have flown that dragon almost anywhere, but instead it chose a hotspot that everyone recognizes, the Tower of London. This is a location journalists, creators, and viewers would instantly recognize. And the company invited cast members to a reception and made sure every part of the event was visually ready for the cameras. And that wasn't accidental. HBO understood that the campaign had 2 audiences: the people physically watching in London and the much larger audience that would discover it through news coverage and social media distribution. Because journalists wrote stories, fans uploaded footage, creators made videos explaining it. This one stunt became hundreds and thousands of pieces of content created by other people. So HBO didn't simply create an event. They created a story that other people could retell. When planning a marketing stunt, design it for the person watching through a screen. Not only the person standing in front of it in person, but that person on a screen. Now you might be thinking, that's great for HBO, but my business doesn't have dragons or money or millions of hours to create something like this. And that leads to the most important lesson in this video. Lesson number 3. HBO took something that existed in a fictional world and brought it into the real world. It didn't tell people to watch House of Dragon. It gave them a brief opportunity to feel like they were already inside the show. And that is much more memorable than another advertisement that comes and goes. You forget billboards. I know I do, and you probably do too. Seconds, that idea is gone. 30 seconds, you look at it, and it's probably gone forever unless you see it every day. But if you see a dragon flying over a castle, the stunt worked because it transformed HBO's product, which is entertainment, into a physical experience. And your business can do the same thing. Go ahead and start with the most recognizable part of your brand, whether it's your product, your process, your mascot, your customers and how they transform using your product, your company's story. Then exaggerate it. Move it somewhere unexpected or let people interact with it. For example, a bookstore. You could build an outdoor reading room in the middle of a busy plaza. If you're a gym, you could place a pull-up challenge in a public park where everyone can see you. If you're a junk removal company, you could create an enormous sculpture from items it rescued instead of throwing it away. And if you're a bakery, you could let people decorate a gigantic donut or maybe a gigantic community cake. You don't need an 8-meter dragon. You need one recognizable idea presented in an unexpected way. Because the size of the budget matters far less than the size of the surprise. Now, before you plan your next stunt like this, ask these 3 questions. What could you create that people would stop to record? How could we make it easy for media and creators to share? How could we let customers experience our brand instead of merely seeing an advertisement? If your idea answers all 3, you aren't just buying attention, you're creating something capable of earning it. HBO created a spectacle, engineered it to spread, and turned a television show into a real-world experience. Now, here's my question for you. What part of your business could you turn into an experience that people would actually want to film? Go ahead and tell me in the comments. And tap that subscribe button for more tips like this on how you can grow your business with marketing.